So you have Ezreal Alistar. I like the Warlords versus Kate Thresh there, since you have melee support versus double ranged. Plus, you already have a lot of damage on your team, so the Fervor
Yeah.
isn't really needed. It's not like they have like a big beefy tank either. Your HUD is really big.
Is it?
Yeah, you should click that, remove that clutter, and then yeah, make your HUD a little smaller. I like that you don't have names turned on. That's good.
Sorry about the map, by the way.
Damn, yeah, the map and the CS numbers and timer off.
Yeah.
Unlucky. But we'll work through it. It's okay. We can just focus micro for this game if needed.
I think I know how to fix that, but when I was recording these videos, I had no idea. I think it was
Okay.
because of my resolution.
Yeah, that's fine. You play a lot of Ezreal. It was like when we were looking at your what do you call it? Your OPGGs. He was like your third most played, right?
Yeah. He's my most consistent champ on my Smurf, too.
All right,
So he's probably my best champion.
nice.
Actually, Bane's my most consistent champ on my Smurf, but a lot of this games are low elo.
Yeah. Okay. Hit the melee. Yeah, you can even auto queue it when it's high HP. Just get it pushing. You really want to get pushing.
Yeah.
Like level 2 is really fucking big here. Level 2 is where Alistar beats Thresh or Thresh beats Alistar. Like it's the part of the. Oh my god. Yeah, like you don't push for 2. He gets the trap set up. He gets 2. So here, this is your last. This is your final step there. Unless you plan on flashing here, which I'm pretty sure she still has heal, right? This isn't the
Yeah.
point she'd used it yet. Yeah, there's no point.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the last place you should have stepped.
Yeah.
And then loop back around, especially if you didn't get the level 2.
I was like spamming my flash key, but it was already too late.
No, yeah, your mistake came from positioning, not from anything else really. I don't know if you had 150 here, but if you have 150, you should get refillable.
Like sell my pots.
Oh wait, did you have 2 from the start?
I
I
had one.
thought. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, you don't have to sell pot no for it, but I think early on it's pretty good. Oh. Okay. He should base now and give you all this XP. You shouldn't move up when Elise is there. If she chunks you here, you're probably gonna have to base again. You don't have to
Yeah.
end this wave right now. You should let it completely shove. Because Alistar's gone.
Yeah, you're right. I should just let it hit my turret.
Like Elise actually, since she already showed, really should have went on you there.
Yeah.
And chunked you. She could have done a lot for her bot lane by just doing that. Alright, freeze. No. If you shove this out, you leave a much longer period that you're in like a vulnerable spot in the lane for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you let it freeze, then there's only a small period of time where they will be frozen there, and you can play to accommodate. But like when you do this, see, and Elise is still on the bot side, it gives her perfect like timing and positioning to make this gank. Easy peasy. You like legit set up Elise for that gank by autoing those minions and moving up. Good auto Q. You should put another point into W, I think. It's useful having the extra attack speed from using it on someone. Like, not only giving attack speed to someone, but if, like, you hit either ally or foe with it, it gives you some of his passive.
Yeah. I usually take it, like,
Level
depending on the
5.
matchup. Sometimes I do, like, 2 points E, level 4. And
I
then I
mean,
get
you
a...
can even go natural talent on Ezreal, especially when you're going warlords, and have some AP, and then if you get the W level 4, it actually does a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I tried talent when I went Warlords. I just didn't like it that much. The sustain just feels really
Yeah,
good.
versus this, you definitely want sustain actually. But you have to play these minion waves a lot smarter. Froze. Alright. Did you alt tab here or something? Oh, here we go.
I guess I did.
Yeah, be really careful about alt tabbing. You don't really want to make that a habit. And if it is a habit, then you should start cutting it.
Nah, it doesn't really have it.
Alright. You should, once Thresh gets there and then starts moving here, you should play off to this side. You should position yourself here. Because here you have a much broader range to hit any of the minions that you would need to hit with much more safety. Because then if Thresh starts moving up here, it's way more telegraphed of an aggressive play if you're on this side than if you were to do it from here. Because if you're
Well,
just
okay,
standing
but
here, then if he could just be standing up here to pressure you.
if I'm standing that far up, I'm further from my turret. And
Yeah,
I
well, you have vision here, and the only reason that you would want to be closer to your turret would be if Elise is potentially ganking. Like, this way, you still get more inherent safety if you're looking at Thresh's movement than if you were to be here.
yeah, because then I can just escape through the bush.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you'll just have your E saved. So it's very easy for you to get out. And then if they try to just engage on you guys 2v2, then Alistar has a much better angle to either go on Kate with or just W them out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Oh man, I'm so sick.
It's just like a flu.
I have no idea. I think it's because of like all the hours of school and work. Just exhausted. You should check on this word here. See what the timer is on it. Because you have 2 up, so you could afford to put 1 down if needed.
Yeah.
And it was a good time to do it because the wave was coming in. Do you look at your map a lot?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Is that objectively or subjectively speaking?
Uh, Objectively, because I like not dying, even though I die a
Actually.
lot.
Oh, yeah. Alright. You should play, since Thresh is here now, well, this really needs to be worded, like I said. Like, this should have been checked and
Yeah.
worded before. This is a really awkward spot now. You don't necessarily have guaranteed safety in any part of the lane now, unless you're, like, back at your tower, getting the vision down with Alistar through this way. Right. I don't know about that. That's a pretty big coin flip play there. Yeah, that's really coin flip, and they have Rise and Elise. 1 for 2. Yeah, you should have pinged him off.
Yeah, I'm not the best with pinging. I would have been a really fast react ping, but
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to get better at pinging, but it's not my best.
Pinging means a lot right now. Like any high elo player in solo queue, any pro will tell you, like communicating actually means so much. Like you actually have to play RTS right now if you want to climb and become a pro. Like you actually have to go through those phases. Um, so I'm assuming with your itemization, you're going Triforce first here.
Yep.
You got to be paying attention for your ultimate whenever you have a global. But I guess yeah, he went over the T mushroom. God bless. You could have thrown it while they were fighting. That's the thing. You want to get it at a point where they're fighting, because then they're not really focused on their DI for a global ultimate. They're just focused on just fighting one-on-one, right? So that's the easiest way to get them. You should have eaten earlier than that, I think. Yeah. You could have saved your summoners, or I mean your flash and maybe
Yeah.
your heal.
I was trying to um
Hmm.
I was trying to just eat the cocoon with my E, but it probably wouldn't have been a good idea either way. Instead of just like
Mm-mm.
dodging it because I didn't react
Yeah.
fast enough.
Yeah, no, you should just eat as soon as they showed up. If Alistar is going to die because of it, then he's going to die. You should do minutes and seconds instead of just minute timers here. That's yeah, that could be really misleading.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, Titan, back at it again with the chat. Super surprised to see Titan typing in chat, man. Truly. Right, you should walk up here. Since she's playing off like that, you can walk up between these minions and work your way, like between these two, and get the ward down that you need to while this is up. And then if he tries anything tricky, you just E back out.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Because Alistar can't necessarily do it because he'd take too much damage for it if he did. What? Wait, what did he do?
He queued nothing and ulted. No, he's dead. Maybe he
Dude,
doesn't die.
that's just vulgar.
I don't know what the fuck's happening at this point.
Alright, I didn't consent to watching that. Oh god. Oh man, that itemization is just so weird looking. See Ezreal with a stinger in 2016. But yeah, I mean, it is the best thing that you could get here in this scenario. I think though, who's your jungler?
Wukong?
Yeah, you could have maybe went Iceborne, maybe. But if you go Iceborne, you usually want to go
I think the
Mira.
reason I didn't was because they had triple AP.
Yeah, Triforce feels much nicer for sure versus triple AP, but I think the utility of Iceborne is still underlooked sometimes. But the damage of Triforce, I definitely see. Like, it's very strong.
It's pretty much 50-50 depending on which I go. Like depending on the game, I go both builds like every day,
Yeah.
so I don't really have a preference.
Alright, take that. You should ward this. You're really not conscious of your warding.
Yeah,
That's one thing that if you work on and improve, you could legit just spike up like 5 to 10% win rate over a couple hundred games or whatever. You should put a lane ward down here.
yeah. There's some words like that I know exist, but I just have a hard time thinking about. I think when I'm in a game, but
You shouldn't E. If you're gonna go through that, just like W, because it's a little wider than the Q, into the bush, and then if you get your attack speed, then you know that someone's in there.
yeah. I may have known depending on the map, but we can't see the map.
Yeah. You shouldn't ever waste your dash if you don't have to, though. Or blink, I guess, with Ezreal, but... Yeah, we'll talk a lot about dashes since you play Ezreal, Lucian, etc. You should put your camera a little more on mid. Yeah. You were wasting some camera space there. And now you are again. Yeah, like, I couldn't really tell, but I think he might have been able to ult the wave for clear there.
Maybe, yeah.
There's no point doing it this time because Lux is there with you. And, like,
Yeah.
without threat coming up as well. Plus, Teemo had shrooms set up. Oh, man. You don't have to be afraid there. You can move up since it's a very direct line of engagement. You're not going to get flanked on. Alright, nice. Do you hear my girlfriend talking to our cat?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
What kind of cat do you have?
She's like tan-ish colored. I don't know, kind of like breed she would be. Huh? She's buff, like her dad. But apparently the color is actually called buff.
Huh.
Alright, you should put a green ward here as you're walking back.
I think I do.
Well, yeah, it should have been there already, unless... Yeah, like, you already saw him on the map and you didn't scroll to see what was going on. And you have a global ult, like we said before. If you had thrown it while Karma was in combat and thus didn't have her ult cooled, or her shield cooldown, then you could have very well have gotten a kill there. Oh my god, dude, what are you doing? Like, when you put yourself here, and then you shoot out this Q with Elise coming down from this way, if she wasn't stupid, you would be on a timer right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you're, like, either absolutely dead or you have to burn one, if not both, summoners.
Yeah, I was in an awkward spot.
You're better off, yeah, just getting out there. But, oh. Damn. unfortunate
and
series that I
then
had to play with.
I'm gone. Goodbye.
Yep. You had some very interesting pathing there. Do you need me to tell you why it was wrong?
Uh,
Well, like the thing is, yeah, we kind of went over the fact that you put yourself on a timer when you put yourself in that like little nook,
mhm.
you know. Um, and yeah, like they're finishing up the dragon. If you don't just base in place there in the one bush where they seemingly don't have vision, from the way like you can read from their body language, especially the way Elise played it, yeah, you should.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why I shouldn't have died there for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, both Sums and E, it wasn't really like excusable.
Mhm.
Um, I don't really know what I was thinking there, to be honest.
And then yeah, don't type back to kids like that. You should just mute them right away. Keep playing. When any time spent typing is time that you could have been spending either like doing something from a literal sense, like with your mouse and keyboard, or like looking around the map and gaining information. That's why alt tabbing is bad too. You should alt now, yeah. Alright. You should keep looking at them, because seeing what cooldowns they're using is really important to you, especially as an AD carry player.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, you don't really want to get that risky. You're flipping coins again, you know what I mean? Instead of
Walking
just,
through there,
yeah.
yeah, because it was pretty obvious that it would have been warded.
Mm-hmm. Like, you've just been putting yourself in situations to die without even realizing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, should be looking at the map to see if there's any choke points that you should put your blue through. You shouldn't do that there. You already had enough information about who was there, at least like what big of a presence, or how big, sorry, of a presence they had over that area by just the way Rise was positioning. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like, if it was shorter cooldown still, maybe I could see it, but yeah, your blue trinket cooldown is way too long for you to just throw it out there in a place where you could already get information.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Alright, just keep trying to queue off diagonally, because Lux has the wave clear. Well, yeah, if that happens, it's kind of right. You should watch Thresh's Q a little more closely, because if you don't actually have to use your E, you should never.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that got choppy because of the recording, but I think you should have E'd towards Wukong while you were about to tank the shot. You know what I mean? Because then that way Rise wouldn't have been in range of Wing you, and you would have still blocked the shot. Yeah, see, like the typing just doesn't help you or his case. It's just gonna take you away from any concentration or like focus. You're just gonna drop all of it. I can see like you just get really frustrated with these games, right?
Yeah.
It's really obvious. So if you let that take over you, and don't, like honestly, dude, this is the reason that I can't be a player. I never was able to get through that like part of the game, especially when I started coaching, because then my mistakes and all the mistakes I would see in my own team, and sometimes even depending how stupid the enemy team was being, would actually tilt me like
Yeah.
really hard. So like that's gonna be something you definitely have to do your best to get over. And I know you can. It's just you haven't had like proper focus and like anti autopilot coaching, to counter that
Yeah.
pretty much. So but a lot of that is going to be a ton of repetition in your games of actually paying attention to the map and scrolling your camera around a lot, alt tabbing a lot less, and like minimize the typing in chat, and just like discipline yourself while you're playing. Like you have to keep yourself at ultimate discipline if you want to climb and then eventually perform on stage or wherever it is,
Yeah.
online.
So you mean just like ultimate like focus on the game, what's happening, pings, looking for blue trinket wards, stuff like that,
Yeah.
rather than
And the thing is, when you do that, it also like ups your micro because then you're paying more attention to the game in general. So your mechanics will automatically become better while you're like trying to pay attention to your macro. You know what I mean? Because you're more focused on actually like what you have to do to advance yourself, either in a team fight or in lane, or even just on rotation, like
yeah.
what towers you should be going to, etc. But yeah, when you start off on your back foot and stay that way the entire game, there's not really much I can tell you in terms of like going to another lane to split or anything like that. I mean, yeah, it sucks that Timo got destroyed and is 1-8. That has something to do with it as well, but you obviously could have done a lot better this game in terms of laning and your awareness and how much you died. Damn. Yeah, that's game right. hmm Okay, do you have any questions over this one?
Uh, mm, not really, no. You think I could have won this game?
Yeah, I think you could have won this game. You would have had to play really, really well because of how top lane ended up, and then yeah, how hard Wukong tilted. But there is a way to win the game. Yeah, I would say you had 3.5 players. If you go down to like 3 players, then it becomes like unwinnable levels. But you had 3.5 players. That's winnable. Because
It's an
I
interesting way
think
to look at it.
yeah. But I think you would have had to play in yeah a lot a lot better shape. You would have had to actually CS much better and trade better with Kate in order to create those CS advantages, and then yeah, you would have had to play super clean because Alistar was dying over and over again. So you couldn't die with him,
I had
or
to minimize my deaths.
yeah, exactly,
I got you.
like we said before. But all right, one sec, and we'll go on to the next one.
All right.